Hi everybody, this is Mr. Nardelli with part 2 of Module 5. You'll have some questions that say find the slope. The slope is the steepness of the line. So if you're given 2 points, you need to use this formula. M represents the slope. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have y2, which is 6, minus y1, which is 1, and I divide, and hi everybody, this is Mr. Nardelli. I wanted to go over part 2 of Module 5. So you'll have some questions that talk about the slope. The slope is basically just the steepness of a line. Think of a ski slope. Now, if you're given 2 ordered pairs, the formula is this: y2 minus y1 equals x over x2 minus x1. So if I take my first problem, I'm going to just go to this point. I took y2, which is 6, and I subtracted y1, which is 1. Over it, I put 2, which is x2, minus negative 3. Notice I put minus negative 3. Plug it into the calculator exactly how you see it. 6 minus 1 is 5. 2 minus negative 3 is 5. So I simplify it and I get 1. The slope of this is 1. Makes it really nice. Okay, now I take the next one. y2 is negative 4. y1 is 1, so I have negative 4 minus 1. Then I have 3 minus 0. Plug it into the calculator. I get negative 5 over 3, and that's where I stop at that point. I don't make it into a decimal. It's just called negative 5 over 3 is the slope. Okay, now if you have find the slope and you're given the line, it's a little bit different. So the blue line, that's this one right here. What I'm going to do is find 2 spots on the line, and I'm going to count over. It's going to be called rise over run. So if I were to put it in a little formula, I'll put this over run. My little formula would be this: rise over run. And I'll show you what that actually means. So what I'm going to do is rise over run. I'm going to go to the right and then up to find my slope. So I'm going to find a part where the line intersects. It intersects right here. So that's the point 1, 1. So I'm going to go over and then up to where the line meets another place. Anywhere along this. I'm just going to go straight to the next one. So I go over 1, 1. So my slope is 1 over 1. And I really don't have to do a whole lot of math for that because the slope is 1. And I should have put that down here with the blue line. Sorry about that. Now the orange line. So I'm going to find any place where it crosses. This is the place I just picked first, right here. And I can see I'm going to go to here. So I would go over negative 1, up 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3 up and negative 1 across. I got a big old line there. So my fraction is 3 over negative 1, which I do with a calculator. It ends up with a slope of, I'm going to have a line there, negative 3. And you can see that's a negative slope because it goes the other way. This one's a positive, the blue is a positive slope. And I really goofed that up. That should have been in the orange. So I get 3 over 1, negative 1, give me a slope of -3. So if I look at the green line, this one looks a little bit different. So I'm going to go over and then up. So if I go over, it's nowhere. I don't have anything. So that's 0. And I go up, I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do 1, but anything over 1 is 0. That has a 0 slope. A 0 slope. Okay, now, if we are asked to find the slope of a line, this is point slope formula, y equals mx plus b, where m is the coefficient, and that's the slope. B is the y-intercept. We'll talk about the y-intercept. But if we take this first one, this is in that format, y equals mx plus b. So all I have to do is look, and that slope is 3. Perfect. Now the y-intercept is always 0b. Y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So all I have to do is look for this number. So that y-intercept is 0, 2. Okay, now if I'm given an equation that's just not in my nice little format that I like, what I'm going to have to do is solve this for y. Remember what you did earlier when you were solving for y. So I have 2x plus 3y equals 6. So first thing I'm going to do is try to get that y all by itself. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, I'm going to end up with 3y equals 2x plus 6. Now I need to divide both sides by 3, and that leaves me with y equals, sorry about that, 2/3 x plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now it's in the format I like. My slope is 2/3. My y-intercept is 0, positive 2. Okay. Sometimes you'll be asked to draw a line and you'll be given these different things here. So this is saying draw a line where b is 3. So what I need to do is look at this equation, and I know b is 3. So I've got one of the points. I'm going to insert a little dot, 0, 3, which is right about there. And that's called the y-intercept. Notice it's where it crosses the y-axis. I know my slope is 2. That means my slope is 2 over 1. So what I'm going to do is go over 2, up 1. I'm doing a duplicate. Over 2, up 1. And then I should do it again. From that point, over 2, up 1. Come on, get in there. And then I draw my line through those through those 3 dots. And I have a positive slope. Now, if I'm given this, all I have to do is, it already did some work for me. I can't get my dot. Hang on, let me create a dot. I have 3, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 7 right there. My slope is 3. So that means it's 3 over 1. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Let me do that. 1. It's pretty wacky. It's right there. And I'm going to do, just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to do just 2 of the lines. And then I plug it in here, And I think I put that at the wrong spot. Yeah, it should actually be here because my slope is different. And if I do this, you'll notice the slope is just a little bit different. Okay, that's all for that. I thought there was a little bit more, but I will. Thanks. If you need anything, ask questions.